own Renata and Alex. I would now like to invite Mr. Hanger, Year Advisor for 2010, to make an address.
Thank you, Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very nice of the gesture. Thank you, Year 12, for your kind thoughts, your kind remarks, and your very worthy gift. It will be worn with a great deal of pride. And Mr. Brown. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Bright. Ladies and gentlemen, before I just say a few words, can I just start with a number of thank yous that people have already said. It's been a pleasure being associated with this group of people since, well, about halfway through Year 9. We started, and then I had a little bit of a sojourn in hospital. Mrs. Poole took over, and it was a wonderful time when I was able to get out of hospital and come back and be with these students. And it's a fine group of young people that we saw before you tonight. Can I just thank, on behalf of myself, everybody, thank you Frances, my wife, who's been behind me for so much of the time where I've probably come home and had a bit of a grizzle, and she's listened to me, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, Frances. Thank you. There's about 5 thank yous here before we sort of, so just keep eating amongst yourselves and go on a bit. The parents, we sort of sometimes gloss over and say, oh, thanks parents, but you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. And for some of you tonight, it is a nostalgic night, a time of finality, because for some of you it's the last night where you have a student at Kelso High School. Your youngest or only child is finishing Year 12. And that is an important time for us. Some of you, I can see people over here going, and some of you will be a little bit saddened by it. But it is an important night, and we thank you, I thank you, and the teaching staff thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you've done. Ladies and gentlemen, students, your parents, please. Thank you. I also thank the staff of the school. So many times they've covered for me or done little bits and pieces where we've been off doing something for Year 11 or Year 10 or Year 12. It happens all the time, and thank you to the staff who are here tonight. Thank you for your support and everything that you've done for us. Mrs. Poole has already been mentioned. She's done a wonderful job. She's been in the background so many times. I come to her for advice, and she says, do it this way, let's do it this way. But Diane, thank you so very much for everything that you've done for me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Poole. I came in here this afternoon at about 4 o'clock, and I will be the first to admit that I had very little to do with the organisation for tonight. Miss Williams has put it together with her team of people. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful organisation. To come in here, it's just mind-boggling. Giselle, could you please just come up here, please? Where is she? Yes, yes. Yeah, give her a round of applause. Finally, I should thank the students themselves, the Year 12 students, who've made my time so enjoyable. Those of us who go through our school career and have the privilege and honour, and it is a privilege to be a Year Advisor, it's one of the highlights, it certainly is one of the highlights of our careers. And to be with a group of young people who you see in Year 7 who they're nervous, they're apprehensive, they're 13 and all of a sudden they're big people. It is terrific. And today is just another one of those exciting times. When we were around the courthouse, students were talking so excitedly about getting early entry into university. They all came today. The university couldn't have timed it better. And to the dozen or so students who got that early entry form, their wait and their anxiety is over, because they know that they've got a course to go to, and that's terrific. Congratulations to all of you. And to the other, yes, lots of claps tonight. To the other students who have apprenticeships and full-time jobs, and they know what they're doing next year, it really is terrific to be able to stand up here and hear these little stories about what you're going to do and know that it's all going to work well. I suppose at this time it's usual for year advisors to stand up and pontificate and to wax lyrical and sometimes even use big words and talk about things that nobody understands and they don't even care about. I've been around long enough to know that some of you are listening.
Just.
Not terribly many, but you know, you've listened a little bit throughout the year. The 3 or 4 or half a dozen of you who've learned to be an audience and who've learned to feign interest and learned to have eyes focused when the earphones are going at 120 decibels, I just offer these couple of little words to you. Many of you have commented, and you do it regularly, about how quickly time flies. I can't believe it was only year 7. Were we doing that in year 8? And words like that. It does go quickly, and here you are as 18-year-olds. If you think life's zooming by, ask the parents sitting next to you, ask the grandparents sitting next to you, how quickly does life go? Ask the teachers how quickly, because it does go quickly. So what I'm urging you to do tonight is to just take a little bit of time. It's an important night for you. Just take a little time, have a look around at who you're with, talk to the people that you're with, and put it in your memory. Some of us say take time to smell the roses. Some of you may have been buried in books for the last couple of years and need time out. Take it tonight and just focus on what's happening and talk to who you're sitting with. You'll take lots of photographs tonight.
Of course.
You'll take lots and lots of photographs, and with modern technology you can put them away and you can store them somewhere and you might never see them again. Could I urge you to have some of them printed off? Let's make a hard copy. Go right back to the old times when you actually got a photograph printed. Write something on the back of that photograph. I've just recently been in a situation where I've come across dozens and dozens of very old photographs of families and people turned over the back, not a single name. You'll never know when these photographs are important. Print them out, have something done with them. You'll move on from here and you'll all go in different ways. You've all been skilled and you're prepared for it. Can I urge you, ladies and gentlemen, use your talents as best you've got them. Use them positively and productively. Life's too short. Think back to what I said earlier. If you're listening, time passes quickly. No matter what you do, just do it to the best of your ability. My final piece of advice for you, you might have not listened to anything else, but listen to this bit. You can go out and you can buy cheap petrol. You can even go out and you can buy cheap cleaning products. And you can sometimes even get away with buying cheap wine. But never buy cheap coffee and never ever buy cheap toilet paper.